Life Lessons Men Learn Too Late in Life, written by George Kendall and read by Audiobooks Haven. 3 things never return: time, words, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time, choose your words carefully, and do not miss opportunities. If they talk behind your back, it means you're ahead of them. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. The affliction of humanity is that people neglect their own fields while trying to tend to the fields of others. Before embarking on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We often go to great lengths to convince others that we are happy, even as we struggle to believe it ourselves. A healthy person desires 1,000 things, while a sick person desires only one. Work on clearing your thoughts. Without negative thoughts, there will be no negative actions. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. Learn as if you are constantly aware of your lack of knowledge and as if you fear losing what you know. Do not criticize your neighbor's roof for having too much snow while your own door remains unclean. If you hate, you have already been defeated. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. He who flatters a man is his enemy. He who points out his faults is his creator. To recognize what you should not do is the worst form of cowardice. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. A person attempting to travel 2 roads at once will get nowhere. He who is satisfied with his lot is truly rich. The noble person uses things, while the lesser man is used by them. A leader leads by example, not by force. Even the finest sword, plunged into salt water, will eventually rust. Man's nature is evil. Goodness is the result of conscious effort. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. To lead people, follow them. When anger rises, consider the consequences. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Get rid of the desire to have. The funniest people often carry the heaviest sadness. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost, and the weak can triumph over the strong. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. This way, you can influence the fate of your opponent. True words are not always pleasant, and pleasant words are not always true. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels at winning with ease. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. People in ancient times did not talk much. They considered it shameful to fall short of their own words. You have to believe in yourself. There is nothing softer or more flexible than water, but try to resist it, and you will see its true strength. All the answers have not yet been asked. If the mind is willing, the flesh can endure many things. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words. They become your actions. Watch your actions. They become your habits. Watch your habits. They form your character. Watch your character. It becomes your destiny. Great results can be achieved with small efforts. The wise person avoids all extremes. Great is the man who has not lost his childlike heart. We accept advice in small doses, but we distribute it in buckets. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. When people know too much, it becomes difficult to manage them. If what you have to say is not better than silence, then you should remain silent. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. The wheels of justice grind slowly but finely. Man dies from birth. Study the past if you wish to define the future. It is easy to love your friend, But sometimes the hardest lesson is to love your enemy. Knowledge is the treasure, and practice is the key to it. You can only overcome bad habits today, not tomorrow. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. You can't trust a man who has nothing to lose. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Whoever talks a lot often fails. Life is really simple, but we insist on complicating it. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will be weak everywhere. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Do not resist them, as that only creates sorrow. Let reality be as it is. Let things flow naturally in whatever direction they choose. Think of tomorrow. The past cannot be mended. An enemy is a friend who knows too much about you. Victory over others brings strength, while victory over oneself brings fearlessness. Give a bowl of rice to a man, and you will feed him for a day. Teach him to grow his own rice, and you will save his life. Disorder arises from order, fear arises from courage, and weakness arises from strength. Do not seek otherwise, or you will lose. Do not seek, and you will find. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. The skillful artist does not alter his measures for the sake of a foolish workman. Beware of sugar mixed with poison. Beware of the fly that rests on a dead snake. A man dies easily because he has too strong a will to live. Those who do not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. Time is a created concept. To say, "I don't have time," is akin to saying, "I don't want to." A noble person blames himself, while an insignificant person blames others. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will become blunt. Friends are the siblings that God never gave us. It is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when attacked. The one who knows yet pretends not to know is at an advantage. The one who lacks knowledge yet pretends to be knowledgeable is foolish. Tell me, and I may forget. Show me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I will understand. Care about what others think, and you will always be their prisoner. Completing a task is like digging a well. You can dig a well 70 feet deep, but if you do not hit water, it remains an abandoned well. Even a loss can turn into profit, or profit can turn into loss. The sense of right or wrong is the beginning of wisdom. There is no greater crime than having too many desires. There is no greater disaster than not being content. There is no greater misfortune than being covetous. Attack the evil within yourself, rather than attacking the evil in others. Be attentive to your thoughts. They are the beginning of actions. Complaining about an unpleasant situation only doubles the evil. Laughing at it destroys it. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. We can learn wisdom through 3 methods. First, by reflection, which is the noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words necessarily true. People are distressed by their inability to act, but the problem is simply that they do not act. You are controlled by whoever makes you angry. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. Never say never, because the days go by so fast and nothing stays the same. Your life is what your thoughts make it. We gain by losing and lose by gaining. No matter how busy you think you are, you must find time for reading or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. When I free myself from who I am, I become who I can be. Happiness is being understood. Great happiness is being loved. Real happiness is when you love. Temperance is the first step to virtue, which is the beginning of moral perfection. Sometimes we see a lot but fail to notice the main thing. The snow goose does not need to bathe to make itself white. You also need not do anything but be yourself. The wise person knows what he does not know. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. If you lack faith, then existence does not believe in you. What is evil to one at one time may become good at another time for someone else. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. The way is near, but men seek it too far. It is found in easy things, but men search for it in difficult things. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Forget injuries. Never forget kindness. The unwilling soul sees what is hidden, while the ever-wanting soul sees only what it desires. There is beauty in everything, but not everyone can see it. The way of truth is like a great road. It is not difficult to know it. The evil lies only in the fact that men will not seek it. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is indeed shamelessness. Be flexible, and you will remain upright. Be empty, and you will remain whole. Be worn down, and you will feel renewed. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. Health is the greatest possession, contentment the greatest treasure, and confidence the greatest companion. A trail through the mountains, if used, quickly becomes a path. If unused, it becomes overgrown just as swiftly. It is easy to hate, but difficult to love. This is the nature of things. All good things are hard to achieve, while bad things are very easy to obtain. The whole being knows without learning, sees without looking, and retains without effort. Learning without thought is wasted effort. Thought without learning is dangerous. Strive to treat others as you wish to be treated, and you will find this is the shortest route to kindness. Success can be as perilous as failure, and hope can be as hollow as fear. People of higher morality do not regard themselves as moral, which is why they possess the highest morality. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, it remains a mistake. A sage who wishes to elevate himself places himself beneath others. In wanting to get ahead, he falls behind. The one who offends you drains your negative energy and replaces it with his positive energy. What is a good man but a teacher to a bad man? What is a bad man but a job for a good man? Learn as if you are not reaching your goal, and as though you fear missing it. If you spend too much time alone, you will eventually accept loneliness. You will never realize your potential if you fear solitude. You cannot open a book without learning something. Prolonged absence from intimacy can lead to neurosis. By remaining true to yourself without comparing or competing, you will gain universal respect. If someone aims to offend you greatly, it ultimately harms him more. A man with outward courage dares to die, while a man with inner courage dares to live. Our greatest glory lies not in never falling, but in rising each time we fall. A great man focuses on the essentials and dismisses the insignificant. He acts with integrity, but does not rely solely on loss. Do not worry that no one knows you. Instead, strive to be worthy of knowing. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The superior man speaks modestly but excels in action. Whoever rushes into a task to achieve quick results will accomplish nothing. The one who completes his work carefully will not fail. The man who asks a question is a fool for a moment. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. The more you abstain from intimacy, the less you desire it. Truth spoken prematurely is always dangerous. When true virtue is lost, good nature appears. When good nature is lost, justice appears. And when justice is lost, decency appears. The rules of decency are mere facades of truth and the start of all disorder. Without persistent and determined effort, there will be no outstanding achievement. Recognizing your insignificance can be empowering. Friendship is one mind shared between 2 bodies. He who knows his limits is content with his position. Excessive pride leads to disaster. Sometimes you must yield to win, and sometimes maintaining a low profile can lead to victory. Thanks for listening to this from Audiobooks Haven.